Alright, so welcome everyone tuning in for this match. We have our first look at Redemption Bracket. When we had groups for the Puzzle League tournament, some people who had good times, but we're just a little bit short of making the bracket. We threw them into a secondary bracket and kind of gave them that chance at redemption, as the title implies. So these guys will be still racing hard mode like in group stages, and it'll be best 2 out of 3. And we have 4th seed Stump versus 5th seed Xgamer right now. And I will say as a note at the beginning of this, Xgamer, we have to cut off a little bit of his opponent's screen, which will be a little bit of a hassle, but there's a problem with his stream feed to where the splits are over like the right side of that screen, so that's why it is chopped off like that. But we'll be able to see for the most part the moves and everything.
Alright, so that was a really quick start. Stump's already ahead. But, anything could really happen. He's only on the second stage, so...
So I think this is going to be pretty interesting to see because, like I did mention before, this is the same as what we did in group stages, and we didn't get to actually restream any of those. So while main bracket's going to be tackling very hard mode, we're going to actually get to see hard mode on stream for the first time, which is the least amount of RNG out of all the categories. So you'll see a lot more consistent times. You'll see kind of like less flashy chains and combos and such like that. But I'm interested to see how well these players can adjust to killing these opponents as quick as they can.
Oh yeah, for sure. It looks like it's really not going well for Xgamer right now, though, since Stump's already on Surge and he's still chipping away at... Actually, it looks like he died on Gary, too, because that's... definitely only hasn't been 30 seconds, so definitely not a good start. Oh, there we go, now he cleared it. Alright, so the ball's rolling for him.
Yeah, Stump off to a pretty good lead himself right now. For the most part, I'm a person who didn't run hard all too much, except when the tournament came up. But it's all about just getting a quick chain with a couple combos thrown in between. And depending on which opponent you are, some of the opponents will stack pretty high at the beginning, and others will kind of like keep it lower. I think I'm not sure in specific. I think Gary is one of those opponents that does that.
Okay, so... hold on, I think I know what's causing the lagginess, guys. It's the fact that I'm using Discord screen sharing to Forky, so I've disabled that. Let me know. It's still laggy, yos.
Harder, young one.
Way to go! I'm gonna win! Way to go!
Work harder, young one.
Alright, so all Forky is going to watch this by alternate means at this point. I'll keep commentary while he's getting that set up. Alright, so yeah, wow, Xgamer really caught up there since he's on stage 5. So he's definitely trying to closing the gap right now. Stump's still going along strong though, getting on Sabrina. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, Stump's doing a good chain right now. Exgamer completed.
I told you.
Aw, Stump couldn't get that chain he wanted there, just to probably played. Oh, he won anyways. Okay, guess it doesn't matter that much. Alright, what's Exgamer doing here? That looks like Exgamer might have this match. Yeah, he got it. Looks like that is stream froze. No, he got it. Okay, good.
Yeah, it looks like he's dropping a little bit of frames right now. But
Yeah, it's because he's streaming in 1080p for whatever reason, which is not a good idea in general. it makes my life challenging as well, in all honesty, because I have to be downloading and then uploading, like, all this crazy stuff, so. Word-wise, if you're doing any restreams for a race, try to stream your game feed in 480p. Restreamers really appreciate it, trust me.
Yeah, for sure. Even that's sometimes not necessary. I mean, if you're playing on like emulator, you have some kind of like a scaler to make it look better. But I mean, the original game feeds in what 240, isn't it, for the N64?
Yeah, there's so doing anything above is just, you know, bonus. But with streams, it restreams the 480p. It's generally acceptable.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got Stump with the 2-stage lead. He's been playing pretty solid right now. He's actually 30 seconds ahead of his splits. According to his splits, he has a 13:42 PB. So a couple more quick stages like he has been getting, and he could probably get a PB.
I'm gonna win. Way to go.
That'd be definitely exciting if he did.
I'm gonna win.
He does finish off with the 36-second there. Another pretty solid stage. I mean, for these guys, they, like I said, they didn't qualify for brackets, so they're a little bit, I would say average, because there were a lot of good players in there. They're definitely not below average. So, like, good times for these stages are usually around like the 20 to 30 second mark, or even a little bit faster. That's what like world record runs and sub 10-minute runs kind of entail. So I think when you get like a time in the 30 to 40 second range, especially for these later levels, you're doing something good. Oh, and unfortunate for Stump. Kind of raises the stack a little bit too high and has to restart that. That looks like something I would do in some of my runs. You just kind of like get carried away. If you miss one of your chains or combos, you just like panic, raise your stack, try to get more blocks, and you're like, oh, whoops, I actually didn't have that many lines to raise it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win.
And Stump's past Giovanni now. Now he has a 3-stage lead.
Exgamer almost got a really quick Tracy there. Might end up being quick, as I say that, with the 22-second.
That's really good, yep.
Those are really good situations. You like to get those a lot, because if they do end up clearing that like bottom 4 combo garbage block and they wasted most of the stop time, if they don't get a chain falling from that, they'll almost immediately die unless they make another clear. So that was a pretty good kill by Exgamer, keeping him in this race only 2 stages down.
I'm gonna win. Don't give up. I'm gonna win.
Man, Exgamer looking to make this pretty good comeback right now. with a 12-second, I believe, right there, heading into Giovanni, one stage down as Stump's kind of struggling to get the kill here.
Yeah.
Richie likes to make a bunch of chains, especially with that 4-chain falling.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, Richie's actually doing pretty well. Oh, this is actually... Now Stump's kind of in a weird position right now with so much garbage on him. And his pieces are squished. Oh, they were squished. He's kind of clear out of it now, but...
I'm gonna win.
Doesn't really have the... Oh, there we go. Just as I was about to say, he didn't have that much of an advantage like he did earlier. He won, so it didn't matter.
Are you ready?
So it's kind of been going back and forth with momentum right now. Stump did get off to that early lead and kind of has been keeping that lead for quite a few stages. And then exgamer's kind of been surging back a little bit, gets walled on a stage and allows Stump to build back a lead again. But we're about to run out of time for exgamer. Good thing he did get the kill right now with Giovanni, because if Stump gets a quick kill here, exgamer will need like sub 30-second times for the rest of it in order to have a chance to win.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, that was a quick kill for Stump. Nice. Literally blink and boom. Past Lorelei. Now we're on Bruno.
That's good for Stump. He's actually on PB pace right now, 35 seconds ahead. So PB pace and on pace to take the game. Good stuff for him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, exgamer might be able to close this out. Oh, unfortunately, with the greens that cleared up at the top there, looks like Richie's going to be surviving a little bit longer.
Yeah, it looks like Stump got an 8-chain right there, which we'll see if it's enough garbage then.
It'll definitely keep him topped off for a while, but the problem is here, if he doesn't get the kill here, if Bruno manages to survive, which he didn't, good for him. But if he made that clear, it gives him a lot of time to set up more and more chains. And
yeah.
They have slower cursor speed, so you're kind of just giving them an advantage to set up their blocks even more and more. So they're good in a sense to, if you get lucky like that, they do die pretty quick, but if they manage to clear it, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, otherwise they just keep creating more and more chains off the garbage that you've sent them, which is definitely one of the ways to survive if you're not that great at the game in general. Just really a crutch. Oh, and there goes exgamer. He's now on stage 13. That back and forth 2-stage difference.
And we've seen Gary ruin a lot of runs, and Stump doesn't have him topped off right now. So even with a 2-stage lead, it's possible to make the comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Though Gary might die here. Yep, that is the end.
And that's a 13:02 complete. Is that a PB for him?
I would assume so. According to his splits, it is. So.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's good.
Congrats to Stump. He gets a PB, gets the first race win. Looking good. It always feels nice when you're playing good and getting good luck in the game. And it's going to give him a lot of confidence probably heading into the second race, too.
Alright, so that's a point for Stump right there. Mark it with our little Pokeball. Let's see how exgamer's going to do here. Lift the reset strats. Thing is, exgamer can definitely swing back with wins here to take the whole thing, because it is a best of 3, so doesn't have too much to worry about right now. That's a PB by 40 seconds, according to Yoko the Gamer. Sweet. That's going to be a really good high for him to be on for the rest of these matches.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I've known Stump for a good while, meeting him at like several GDQs, and he's always played Puzzle League and stuff. And he puts in a good amount of work for it. He's always wanted to try to get better, so I'm glad to see him actually get some improvement too. And who knows, he may get a PB back to back here. Xgamer might get this kill pretty soon. Unfortunately, there was the clear, and that's a lot of blocks, so Lorelei's going to have time to set up this next chain here. Would have almost got unlucky himself. He had his own stack pretty high. That could have caused a death on his end, but managed to just lower in enough time, and he's going to end up getting the kill right now, too. Just 2 stages away. Easily could be sub 20 right now. I think he was averaging 17 or 18 minute hard times in group stages, so let's see if he can get around that mark again. In fact, that's what both the times both of these guys were averaging just about. If I have that screen somewhere on here, I'll actually bring that up. Oh, very nice. Quick kill there for Xgamer in 20 seconds. Looks like he's going to end off pretty strong. Always want a pretty good ending to at least make you feel somewhat good about your run. That happens to me every time I do super hard, I feel like. For some reason, I'm just trash at the beginning game, and then it just clicks at the end game. I had a run Friday night during Puzzle League race night, and I finished a little over 30 minutes, but halfway through, I was already past 20 minutes on the timer. So it was just like quick kill after quick kill at the end. But yeah, let's see. So Stump was averaging around 16.5 minute times and Xgamer 17.5 minutes. So about a 1 minute difference. Also, fun little fact, I believe Stump did get his last PB during group stages as well, so he's been putting in some work compared to his old times before the tournament, I guess. I love to see that people just getting a lot of improvements during the tournament, and I think that's why we host them for the most part, just to, you know, get more participation on certain categories and see how good people can actually do. But congrats to Xgamer as he just finished too. RaceBot clocks him in at a 17:06, so 4 minutes behind Stump. Not too bad. We'll see if he can bounce back on this next race here.
Alright, so let's get set up for the next match here.
To see you. Here's how to...
I'm wondering, me and Cards had a little bit of this problem yesterday, or not yesterday, I guess Friday. We wanted to do video cam feed as well, like when we were doing the pregame show. And I'm thinking maybe the person who's either hosting the call or has the feature of screen sharing / video, it works well for them.
I think it's just from my computer isn't like the super greatest, and I was sending you like a 1080p video, so...
Oh yeah, that is true.
It looks like you're using the RTMP view right now, right?
I'm actually just doing double stream feeds right now off of
that works.
Whatever that program's called.
We gotta just hammer down
Streamlink. It seemed pretty sync, and I'm like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. We'll hammer down the whole commentary streamer aspect at this at some point. No, we have timers reset. We're probably gonna go soon.
Yeah, both of them are in the actual race channel now, so I guess we're just waiting for the readies up, and we'll be good to go. Man, no matter how many times I've listened to this music, it's just so relieving to listen to. I don't know why. It's like a quick loop and everything too, but I just like it.
I have a phone call. I will be right back.
See you later. All right, let's get this race 2 action underway. Now I can actually study and see how Gary does raise a stack here. Yeah, he keeps it fairly high, so you can get away with like pretty low chains to kill him, especially if he has a separated stack like on Stump's in. If he sent just 3 lines of garbage at the very beginning, he probably would have killed him in under 10 seconds. I know that's a lot of the guide to some lower level difficulties because some opponents just raise their stacks differently than others, so you adjust to that by sending the amount of garbage you want. I think it's especially true on maybe easy mode. I could be thinking of Tetris Attack, but I think Gary 1 does not like raise his stack at all, so you have to send him like a monster chain. But that is sounding more like Tetris Attack's first stage, to be honest. Both these guys finished pretty evenly. Xgamer with the 3-second faster stage there. Both of them just had trouble sending enough garbage at the very beginning there to top off their opponent. But luckily for them, it is beginning game, and the game is Puzzle League, so you have multiple chances to catch up at will. Maybe a little bit less on hard mode, though.
Way to go! Way to go!
No problem.
Way to go! Way to go!
No problem.
Way to go! Way to go!
No
So as Xgamer did have that pretty quick Brock there, and
Way to go!
Stump getting a little bit unlucky here. He didn't like top him off at the very beginning, but Brock did have a lot of blocks and was kind of just making clears to delay it. But he's going to end up finishing with the 43 there as Xgamer with another quick 12 seconds. So he's going to keep quite the lead right now. This is what you like to see at the beginning. That was actually a gold split on his part.
Way to go!
Let's see if Stump can take advantage of this. Misty did have the blues lined up there as she's going to clear, but she might be slow enough to not take full advantage of this. Oh, she did have the yellows up there again. So it's going to be kind of the same situation as his Brock. She actually got like knocked out with basically a whole row of blocks. There was like the slightest line of garbage at the top. That'll happen sometimes, which is actually pretty funny. Just like killing an opponent just by a full size of blocks and no garbage, really. So exgamer gonna keep this small one stage lead right now.
Way to go!
It's looking good for Stump on his side. The chain came out from Surge and gave him a little bit more stop time, but had a couple blocks on the left there, so he's gonna able to clean it up. And these guys are finishing just about even for each of these stages, just with exgamer being that stage ahead. Who knows if this trend's gonna keep up? Ooh, Stump with a really nice cleanup there. Exgamer might get a good cleanup as well on his side as long as they don't get to the purples. Nice. So Stump with that very quick air, because we'll gain back a little bit of time here. Still about maybe half a stage down, if that. Both these guys doing pretty well at the beginning game here. They've only been hung up on maybe like 1 or 2 stages. But for the most part, you know, getting pretty clean chains and combos. And that's really what it's all about in these lower difficulties. Unless you're grinding for world record, just send enough garbage to top off your opponent. And that was a really funny kill on Koga there. Just really high stack of blocks and ended up dying quickly. And an 18-second over on exgamer's side as well. So both of them with a little bit of a lackluster start on each one of their sides. Exgamer got the 4 chain there. I don't know if it's going to be enough, just slightly not enough, even though Blaine did have the clear lined up on his end already. So this is where we've seen actually both people struggle a little bit, just not getting off to that beginning good chain. Just maybe extends the stage by 20 seconds more. Stump had a pretty good chain on his end, but Sabrina also with the pretty good chain. Let's see if this will be enough to maybe take her out. Oh, unfortunate. She's going to have the blues there to survive a little bit longer. And Blaine not paying attention to the end of his stacks is actually going to fall 50 seconds for exgamer. Those are like the perfect opportunities to strike. So a little bit of the opposite of last match. Exgamer is going to have the 2-stage lead. It's going to be 1.5 once Stump gets to Blaine here. But this is a really good position to be in. Ooh, unfortunate on exgamer's side. I think if he'd sent one more line, he probably would have got the kill there. He sent enough garbage to maybe kill him this time. Oh, 1 line short again. That's the name of the game right now. You want to cut off your chains quick enough so you don't take up too much time, but sometimes it can hurt you just being 1 chain off. And it's looking like that same situation again. He's gonna have maybe enough time. No, I guess he got pretty lucky there. The blues were pretty far away, so it took Tracy a while to get him over there.
All right, I'm back. What I miss?
So we got exgamer with what was like Stump's lead last game with the 2-stage lead.
Oh yeah,
so
I see that right now. Ooh, that's a good change of pace.
Both
it
of them
interesting.
been having pretty decent runs. Stump's been caught up on the last 2 stages right now, though.
Minute Blaine, not bad, not bad. See how, yeah, Team Rocket had to look for a peek through. Oh, he might get this. Ooh, nice, 31 seconds. Yeah, he's going. This is really good right now. This is definitely a race.
Yeah, assuming Xgamer gets like the 30-second stages for the rest of the run, I'm sure he's gonna get a PB2, maybe like match really close to Stump's time last round. Stump's 10, what was that, a 9 or a 10?
That was a 10, yeah.
Going big, man.
Yeah, go big or go home.
Like I said, there's one security in knowing that you're gonna have your opponent topped off if you do a chain that big. But if your opponent manages to clear that block, oh, it's gonna be rough for you.
Oh yeah. Man, Xgamer's just not getting the quick kill here against Giovanni.
Way to go!
I'm feeling giddy.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, he might get something though soon. No, not enough.
Way to go!
I'm feeling giddy.
Oh, Stump didn't manage to get any chains off of that. That's actually disappointing.
I'm feeling
Yeah,
giddy.
and it was looking like he could have been in the position to catch up a little bit here, but like these past couple stages, he's just been having a rough go at right now, and hopefully that turns around towards the end of this run. But Xgamer getting caught up too, so kind of Xgamer's lucky day that he's struggling on this and Stump's not really catching back up to him.
Yeah. Because, yeah, Stump did, like, what, probably around 3 matches, and none of them chained together. So just unfortunate mistiming on everything. Okay, now Xgamer's on Richie.
Stump did manage to finish that one off right now, and it actually was like 20 seconds faster than how Xgamer finished Giovanni. So he in turn did gain a little bit of time, but you definitely are not going to gain more time with another 110 like that. You got to make sure you finish those out quicker.
Yeah. If he
And
does...
Oh, god.
No, go.
Xgamer a little bit behind on the chains on his side. A couple times he could have had Richie finished off. So that's going to maybe buy some time again here for Stump if he can send a little bit more garbage.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that if Stump gets a quick kill or two, he does have the ability to catch up, maybe take over. But looks like Xgamer got a sub-minute there on Reggie.
The world will be mine.
I'm gonna win.
Off to Lorelei we go.
I'm gonna win.
The world will be mine. The world will be mine.
Might have Giovanni die with one of those really tall stacks again, like we saw a couple stages ago. CPUs like to do that in this mode. They'll start clearing your garbage that you send them, but they won't clear the blocks that are actually on their screen, so they'll end up dying to just really those.
Oh, nice. Got the quick kill on Lorelei there. Making up some lost time. Making it pretty tough for Stump to come back here.
Stump's getting a really nice chain at the start of this, though. Good stuff for him. That should be good to cover Richie for a while. The question is he going to clear this garbage? He will.
Yeah, that was a good 6-chain start right there.
And unfortunate for him, Richie's still chaining along right now, so Stump may have to send a little bit more here.
Yeah, he got that 4 off to clear it. Richie is still keeping himself in the game here.
Exgamer with a little bit of V hard and S hard strats over there. I saw the double 4 combo at the bottom. Unfortunate that Bruno's basically like cleared away all his blocks, so he's gonna be able to clear all this garbage that Exgamer sent. So he's gonna have to start from scratch.
Yep. And there goes about a little under 40 seconds, just lost right there.
So this is good for Stump, as this is basically like a reset for the stage in a sense. He could
No.
get a quick... Oh, wow. Exgamer actually dies on that stage, too. Yeah, this could be the chance that Stump needs right now with a really quick kill on Lorelei. This could be dead even.
Mm-hmm. This is getting tense. We're almost done, and it's just neck and neck. I didn't really get a good start for Stump right there. Maybe got like, what, a 2 or 3 chain? Yeah, he gets a 5 combo.
Yeah, and Exgamer looks like he's recovering pretty nice on this next stage, but Bruno manages to find a clear to buy him some time, and Gamer didn't have enough garbage sent on top, so looks like he's going to be trolling him a little bit again on this stage.
Can't win 'em all.
Lorelei with a bunch of blocks to play with, found some random chains at the bottom of her stack, and she's going to be delaying it as well. So both these guys look like they're struggling on their current stages, with only a couple more left to go. So this is crucial right now.
Can't win 'em all.
They're definitely going to be over a minute. Actually, Stump's already over a minute. Oh, yeah, cleared it.
All right, so let's see if Stump can maybe take the lead here.
He's tied him.
Yeah, Bruno is just... Oh, Bruno might die actually now.
Oh, there we go. Just when Stump was right there. Exgamer's like, no, I'm out of here.
It's hard to criticize the AI in this game, because as soon as I do it, they like to pull out stuff and actually win. But let's see, Exgamer's got to regain composure here and hopefully not have as long as a match as he did with Bruno on Gary here. He's kind of struggling to find chains right now. Gary with the high stack, though, so you never know.
Yeah. And now Gary's doing good. Look at him chaining. It's going to be a big amount of garbage for Stump right there. Oh, Exgamer took it.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Alright, let's give Exgamer a Pokeball here.
Going to game 3 with, looked like the common theme of this race was AIs playing with huge stacks of blocks on their screen and forgetting about them. Because that's how Gary died as well.
Yeah.
So Exgamer doing about a 3-minute improvement from his last run. He's got to feel good about that. Tying it up 1-1. Stump just having some bad luck mid-game and a little bit end-game as well for here. He started pretty well.
Control your inner nature.
I'm gonna win.
I feel like you got to be careful about what you send to your opponent. Like, I do this a lot in Tetris Attack because that's specific, like the amount of garbage that you need, because that's the whole speed run for that game. It's like maybe you do a 6 chain and 2 garbage blocks, or 5 chain and 3 garbage blocks, and it's exactly specific. But if you know you're inconsistent at doing it, sometimes you just want to be a little bit safe and send some more. Like, don't cut your chain off short if you think you can do some more. Even if it is a little bit overkill, most likely you sacrifice 5 to 10 seconds rather than maybe not getting the kill with your original chain and wasting like 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, does he have this kill? No, he does not. Gary is still taking him in for a ride. Oh, there we go. Alright, so basically 18-minute clear. Not bad, not bad. Alright, and this is a best of 3, right? So we're in sudden death right now?
Yep. Next one will take the
Nice.
entire match. And this is what I could expect from these two because they are the 4 and 5 seeds for this redemption bracket. So the winner of this is going to take on Raikou Rider, who had the best times during the group stages. But all these guys are pretty close and kind of have like varied times that they've done. So I could see the winner of this match giving Raikou Rider a run for his money.
For sure.
But first, I guess we'll have to witness this final game here.
Alright, looks like they should be just about ready to go. Timers are reset.
So it's very interesting. I'm not sure who's going to take this. If I had to lean towards someone, I would pick Stump. Just because it seems like he's had the bigger plays overall. He's dropped some bigger chains, a little bit more combos. But Xgamer does seem like he does have the consistency. When Stump has struggled on a stage, it does last for quite a while. And yeah, we saw Xgamer get hung up on, I believe it was Bruno or
It was-
Lorelei maybe. Or maybe earlier in that.
It was Bruno, but he also died to, I think, Giovanni or Team Rocket or somewhere around there.
Whatever it may be, he spent a lot of time on just that one stage, but it seems like he's kind of recovered faster than Stump would on others. So he had the single longest stage, and Stump just had like longer stages spread throughout. Like I said, it's just all about consistency. Get those chains and combos, link them together, and just smother your opponent, and you'll win.
Alright, so we are starting again.
Keep on trying.
I think that's what I noticed is for both of them, what their main problem is, like just like dropping chains, is when they do look for what their next move is, they'll look probably directly at the color block only on top, and they don't look at maybe any other colors that may be around. They look for a more efficient clear. And so that's what leads to drop chains a lot of the time.
Yeah, there's definitely an awareness of what you're doing and what movements you will do that lead. There's a lot of pre-thinking that goes involved into chains. I'm not very good at it. I will say that right now, but I also have a reason to not be very good at it. So
I'd say you'd have to have an open mind. You can't be dead set focused on one chain that you may think's gonna happen, because sometimes like just misclears happen, or just the pieces you thought were there weren't there. So I always have like a couple backups, or I might start a separate chain on the side if I know there's no way I'm gonna keep this one going. I like to do that in marathon mode a lot, and even in S hard when trying to extend a little bit more to get that kill.
also, they are literally on the same stage right now, just a couple seconds off, so, and even then, I'm pretty sure that's because with all the, like, little frame stutters that, exgamer stream has had, the timers are like a second out of sync, so they're literally neck and neck right now. That's amazing.
Yeah, Stump's been picking up his chains this round. This is what we saw at the beginning of last round as well. Really, like, quick, consistent fights at the beginning. Though Misty is just liking to delay this a little bit.
Oh crap, he lost.
Oh, did Xgamer lose?
He
I thought he
actually
maybe finished that
lost.
off.
That's what I thought too, but then the loss thing popped up. Oh boy. What do we got here? That's definitely gonna kill his momentum, having a death so early.
That kind of is like a little bit of a bummer, because unless you're watching your opponent's screen, you might not know how far behind you are. And it's just like, well, if I'm screwing up this early on, I'm probably gonna make a mistake later on too.
Okay,
but
the quick
fortunately, with the recovery like that, maybe it'll restore a little bit of confidence in him.
Yeah, on the bright side, at least the death was on like a very early stage where it's very easy to kind of pick up the pace and try to get back in. But Stump's really going ham on those quick kills as well, so it's going to take a little bit to catch up.
Give up?
Exgamer just needs a little bit more. Oh, maybe this will do it. There it is. Alright, yeah, he's catching up big time.
And there was one thing I wanted to point out on Stump's screen right before he got that kill there. He had a row of greens and blues. If they would have fell into place, it would have been a 6 combo in the chain. But I think it was a little bit of he was trying to focus on something else and move the blue out of place, and it ended up just being a regular chain instead of the combo included. So that's just something, you know, you gotta look. I mean, I do it all the time still, but sometimes chains just do fall in place, and you don't want to try to like move them around and ruin them. Oh, nice 16-second on Xgamer's side. He's looking to make this comeback a little bit, but Stump has a really good pattern here, and he's going to get the kill at 19 seconds as well.
Yeah, that was a good call for that 7 chain right there.
Play with me.
Thing is, when they're going to be hitting those later stages, so then like maybe 2 to 3 stages, it's going to be a bit more difficult to hit those quick kills, so that's probably the chance Xgamer's going to get to come out ahead.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, there's... Oh, both of them. Wow, 14 seconds. That's ridiculous.
This is what I like to see from Stump, because he does send those big chains. He has the potential to do them, as we've seen like a 10, a 7, quite a few throughout all 3 of these races. And when he's consistent with that, like I've mentioned a couple times before, he sends plenty of garbage to the CPU. So if they don't die immediately, they're going to die eventually and avoid like that minute-plus fight.
Holy crap, 15 seconds for Xgamer. He is really wanting this.
Way to go.
That's what I like to see. We might see like a Double PB from both these guys if they keep it up. The late game has been what's killing them, though. So we'll have to see because they're about to get to that later half of the run right after Blaine here. Because Blaine is the exact halfway point of this run since there are 15 stages. And a good 41-second kill by Stump there.
I just realized they're on the same stage. Jeez. Really
Unfortunate there. I've seen this. Xgamer's problem is he's literally been one line short, like so many stages, because one there, and that would have been a sub 20 Blaine, and they would have been tied right now. But instead, he's going to be getting a 29-second kill there.
What do we got going on here? Is it gonna be a quick kill? Yes, it is. Stump's just mowing on ahead with Xgamer literally on his heels.
Congratulations, you won! Let's do it!
Alright, what's Stump gonna do here on Rocket? No.
He's got a really big combo set up right there. He's going to get an 8
combo
with the chain set up right now. So this could go pretty well for him.
Only a 4 chain though. We'll see how it turns out. Here's another large combo set up. He's really good at finding those 8 combos, it looks like. Oh, no chains out of that garbage fall there. Okay. I thought Xgamer was pretty close to just dying, but he managed to level out his stack in time. Now we're on to Rocket on Stump's side.
Yeah, Stump playing pretty consistent right now. He's beat that middle game that he had last round. He's finding his chains, finding some combos in the process too. So he keeps this up. He's got a really good lead right now as Xgamer's having his kind of one stage struggle right now as it's going to a minute and a half plus on Tracy.
Yeah, that's definitely not doing him any favors right now. It's definitely, with that state of mind, reset strats, dang. But yeah, it's definitely not in the kind of mind frame you want to be, going quick kill, and then just demotivated the fact that you couldn't get it on this one. And especially since you've had a death earlier as well, and you know that you're probably behind.
You're wasting my time.
Sometimes that, like, just hard reset will be like a fresh start and just be like, all right, let's shake that off. Let's get a good start this time and try to bring this back. But it's looking a little bit of the same right now. Unless he can finish off this chain pretty well. He's got some options, so it looks like he's going to get a 5 here.
Looks like Stump is giving him an opportunity right now, having a bit of a longer Giovanni. So this could be the chance that Xgamer needs to get back in, tie it up again, maybe get ahead.
But Tracy's just doing Tracy things over on his side as well, and he's still delaying this more and more as the Xgamer doesn't have him topped off again. And Stump's just going to be moving another stage forward. This might be too late to come back, but you never know with PPL.
Yeah. Okay, Xgamer's finally passed this hump.
Way to go!
Let's see how he does on a Rocket.
Who's the best? Don't give up.
One thing I do admire about Stump's play, like he's been doing with this one, with both of his 5 chains, once he does see that one chain's probably going to end from him, he immediately moved on to doing another one. He stacked those 5 chains really close together, and that's how he ended up with that 25-second there.
Yeah.
So he's playing pretty well.
Definitely paid off. And it looks like Xgamer tried to go for a chain there with the tier shapes, but it didn't work out for him. Oh, just got that 2 chain off the garbage there. It was just like in the very last second of reaching it.
Ooh, Stump just got a frame perfect switch as the blocks were falling on his side. I'm sure he didn't mean that, but you take what you can get sometimes because I don't even do those on purpose either.
I'm gonna win. Can't win them all.
Those are really cool when you do hit them though. Just like as blocks are falling, make that swap and get the other block to fall instead.
I'm gonna win.
You can set up a bunch of different chains that way.
I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna win them all.
Oh, Stump so close to getting that kill there, but probably just a couple frames away from Lorelei dying. She managed to get that combo with the blue block, so this will last a little bit longer because this oh god, he actually died too. So I was going to say this chain block was so big Lorelei's gonna keep just breaking it, but instead this match is gonna be reset with that death there. So who knows? Let's see if Xgamer can get this quick kill on Giovanni here. He certainly does have a pretty big chain coming up here.
This might be it. Oh, what do we got? No, you got that 4 on it, but we'll see. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. Giovanni's way too close to the top right now with his chains. But maybe. No, that ain't happening.
Yeah, Giovanni's going to continue clearing, but he will most likely have Giovanni still topped off for a while, so it's just a matter of fact when Giovanni starts clearing. And Stump's been struggling here with Lorelei right now. Close to being topped off, but he's finding him in a position to where he can't keep a consistent chain going at Lorelei because of all the garbage blocks that are thrown at him. And Lorelei's just clearing them with ease, to be honest.
Yeah. He just doesn't have the garbage output needed. Oh, there we go. Xgamer is now on stage 12. The ketchup is real. Get your ketchup bottles ready. Never mind, Stump cleared. Also, can we make a ketchup bottle emote?
Up to you.
I'll make a ketchup bottle emote. It'll be perfect too because Pikachu, you know, he just hearts the ketchup.
That's true. What was that? That was from like season 1 or something, wasn't
Yeah, that
it?
was
Like,
very
bottle-
early. That was with the original trio, and they went into the city that had pincers and scythers.
And then they broke the ketchup bottle, didn't they?
Yep.
That was a sad moment.
Also, okay, there we go. I was kind of like jittery with Stump keeping that really high column, but didn't matter. Because he got the quick kill.
Yeah, Stump's pretty ballsy with like raising his stack and keeping high amounts of blocks on the screen, but most of the time it works out pretty well. Xgamer may be able to finish off this match. I don't know. He might have to send a couple more lines after this clear, though. And especially if Richie does get to clear those upper combo blocks, which he won't,
Nope.
it would have left a lot of cleared blocks on his side.
Alright, so this is all dependent on if he can quick kill the next 2-3 stages and how long it takes Stump to clear the final stage. It's possible. I mean, the chances are probably tilted more towards one side than the other, but we'll see.
Stump did send a pretty big chain. Let's see what he can do now. Though Gary, he's coming in with a chain of his own. Oh god, how big is this chain gonna be?
Oh boy.
7, dude.
Yeah, and with Stump like in the... Okay, you got it. I was about to say with keeping the stuff high, it might lead to another death, but no, he cleared. Alright, so Stump takes the sudden death here.
Congratulations, you
Let's give him his victory Pokeball.
And congrats to him. He's going to be moving on to the semifinals winner's side of Redemption bracket, and he's going to be taking on Raikou Rider, the #1 seed.
Epic.
He was, I think, doing the Super Metroid randomizer at the same time now, and I think he's busted out of that. So I'm curious to see if he's going to devote some more time to this and maybe try to get some consistency up. Because I could see a potential upset on Raikou Rider if that's the case.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, GG's to him.
We just got exgamer on the second last stage. I feel like in hard, unless you get like consistent quick kills, it's pretty tough to come back. It's gonna be a lot easier in very hard because if you screw up on Mewtwo, that is just like free time right there.
And there's a lot more RNG in play as well. And yeah, hard mode it might be like the best speedrun to do, but I always like the flashiness of the harder difficulties. Plus, I feel like S hard in specific, the most inconsistent category by far. But it's cool to see how people react to what your opponent's given. And I think that's a true way a game like this deserves to be shown. Like, it's a puzzle game, it has RNG. So why not show off like a somewhat or a pretty big RNG category that you can actually manipulate?
Exactly. Like, if you can show the stuff, why not? Alright, so let's see how long it takes for exgamer to clear off Gary here. Oh, didn't get the clears that he wanted. Starting up some chains here. Oh, this might be it.
I think he's going to be just a little bit short as Gary
off.
does get the clear here too.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's really difficult to tell because of the fact that the feed is cut off. At least from on my end, you're looking at the whole thing, so you have it easy.
Yeah, I mean, I still can't see like a little bit of the right 2 block. I can see the top part of it though.
Yeah.
But that was pretty low. I just kind of assumed.
Nah, he doesn't have enough garbage on this. This is gonna be a longer one.
This is what sucks, especially when you are just a little bit lesser skilled, and it's hard to make chains when you don't have a lot of blocks because it gives you a lot of less options to look at.
Yeah.
So it's like in one part of your brain you want to clear the garbage that's on your screen so you don't die, but then you have to pay attention to your opponent's screen and see how much garbage is on theirs, and you got to be like, well, I need to send more to them, or else this is gonna keep dragging on forever and forever.
Well, he got the Pokeball garbage on there. That's gonna slow Gary down a little bit.
He's gonna get another 2 rows of it actually here too with a 4 combo of it, so he can maybe finish it off here pretty soon unless Gary does some chaining, which he's starting to do it a little bit.
Yeah, this might be. I think this might be.
How is he surviving this long, dude? This guy bought time for days. I thought he would have been dead.
Now he's.
Please die, Gary.
There we go. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. That's a rough Gary.
Holy moly, that was... I'm surprised he had that much stop time at the end of that match. But if you have enough like chains built up in it, that's just what happens.
Alright, so that was our matches for this winner's top 16 bracket. Is that the bracket? This is redemption bracket.
Yeah, this is a quarterfinal.
Should probably say redemption. That's okay. You people know it's redemption.
So yeah, Stump moves into semifinals against Raikou. Exgamer, he's not out. He'll be in loser's side, and he'll play the loser of match 4, which is another semifinal match. So Exgamer is going to be on break for a little while we determine results for some other matches upcoming here. But the next one to look out for in this bracket specifically will be Phoenix Roost and Karaoke. I think that's going to go on tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll see if we can get a stream for that one. It's a little bit early, so I'm not sure. Just tune into the Twitter. And as well, we're going to have a Yume versus Infinite Chain for our main bracket for Very Hard. And I think that's going on at 9 p.m. tomorrow. So if not both, we'll have at least one stream. So tune in if you want to see some more action on the Puzzle League side. Other than that, we still have quite a few games left to go for this first round. So probably scattered throughout the week, and next weekend, be tuned to see those, as well as our Warriors Woods finals, which is going on Sunday night next week, exactly a week from now. It'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern. The finals versus Cypher and Montucky, two of the best, if not both the best in the game, as Cypher is the veteran and Montucky is the newcomer looking to challenge his world record, actually. So if you don't have anything going on that day, I definitely recommend stopping by Speed Gaming stream, because that's going to be a doozy.